Melissa. Happy Monday. Couple things to tell you today. I'm going to give you some tips on how to layer vinyl when you have a multicolor design or decal, whatever it is. This is for adhesive vinyl, so it's a little bit different than HTV, but no matter what machine you are cutting on, whether you're cutting on a Silhouette or a Cricut or a scan and cut, whatever it is that you're cutting on, you can use this technique, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. So isn't this mandala gorgeous? It is part of the mandala set here, this is like backwards for me, that's in the June bundle. So you actually get, I think there's 6 or 7 mandalas. They're all easy to cut. I just cut this one real quick, and actually even easier to weave. These little areas between the sections mean that whole area that's now white is almost all one. So you literally can just lift the whole thing out. It's not a whole lot of weeding. But this is part of the June bundle, which is obviously going on right now. And I wanted to tell you guys, it's $19.99, 80 designs, 9 fonts, all commercial use. But if you use the coupon code 15 off June, today and tomorrow only, you can get an additional 15% off. So go grab it. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pull the camera down so you can see me working here on on layering this design, okay? And I like to work on a cutting mat so that my design stays in place. Now, this is pretty large. This is you could use this as a car decal, or if you had, I don't know, a canvas or a picture frame or something that you wanted to put this on, you could use this. This is actually 641, which is an Oracal. It's a matte, so it's not shiny. It's a matte permanent, and I'll send you links for that. That's from Swing Design. Same as this. You want to make sure when you're layering that you're using the same types of vinyl. So both of these are 641, and the reason for that is that when you go to use the transfer tape, if one vinyl is permanent and one is temporary, you're going to have different adhesive strengths, and it's not going to be as easy to transfer or layer. Okay, so what you can see is I have these marks up here. I have them on this blue one as well. It's harder to see. But this white vinyl, those are what I call registration marks, and they are what is going to allow me to put this white monogram right in the center of my mandala. So as long as it was set up with this centered in your program, whether you're using Silhouette Studio or Cricut Design Space or the Scan and Cut software, no matter what you're using, as long as you have it centered there. And then what you want to do is just add 2 squares. So if your software, all the softwares can draw squares, right? So I just draw 2 squares with the Draw a Square tool, and I cut those exact same squares with both portions of my design. And I'll throw a tutorial up there if you need it. But basically, you want to cut the purple design with the registration marks and then not move anything and cut the white part with the exact same registration marks. Then we're going to line these up, and that's going to center it. Okay, so you need transfer tape. The transfer tape needs to be bigger than the biggest part of the design. So while this piece is small, and we could use a small piece of transfer, we need a big enough piece that it's going to cover this full design plus the registration marks. So let me trim off a piece of tape. This tape is also from Swing, and I'll get you links for that as well. And I'm going to trim down. I don't like it to be too big because then it sticks. Okay, so as I said, like to work on a cutting mat because it keeps everything in place. Now, the first thing that you're going to pick up, you want to pick up the top layer first. So in this case, that is this monogram, because we are going to place the monogram on here. Now, the trick with this is going to be that you don't want to pick it up like this and have the monogram down here, because then when you pick that up and put it on here, you're going to miss this part, okay, with the transfer. So make sure that you line up your transfer up here towards the top to get the registration marks. Okay, so first things first, take this transfer tape off of the liner, okay, and keep the liner. All right, now you're going to place your transfer tape down to pick up your registration marks along with the rest of your design. And I want you to make sure that you use a scraper, okay? The scraper is very important to make sure that you pick up the design, okay? So here we have that. Okay, now place this to the side, sticky side up, and this time get the second part of your design. Again, I like to work with the registration marks towards me so I'm not working over my design, personal preference. Okay, now you want to place something. This is the wax piece backing of the transfer tape. I'm placing it over top of the rest of the design, but keeping the registration marks out, okay? This just gives me a little bit of wiggle room, so in case my design actually hits before I'm ready, it's not going to pick up my full vinyl decal yet. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to line these white squares with those squares down there. This piece of transfer tape is large, so it's a little bit challenging, but go slowly. Again, this is why you put that piece of backing down. Make sure the wax side's up so that in case it hits it, you can easily pull it off. Now, you're going to slowly fold down your top design on the transfer, and this time you're going to use your scraper again to scrape across the entire design, okay? And now, when you peel the transfer up, it's going to peel up both parts of the design, and we don't need the registration mark anymore. Just gonna take that off. And now you have your full decal. Can you see that? All on one piece of transfer tape. Okay, so now you can put it wherever you're gonna put it. You're gonna put it on your laptop, you know, on here. You can put the whole thing down and then peel it back up. I'm not gonna do it. But you can put the whole thing down, and then you would want to use the scraper again, okay, to make it stick on there. Now, it's not going to stick on this backing, but if you had a customer that you were doing, you could put it right back on the backing of that or whatever, and then just have your customer peel the whole thing off, apply it to not their wall, because this is permanent, but wherever they're going to put it, okay? So that's how you're going to do it. There's no need to eyeball this. Those registration marks are the key. Now, I'm going to throw links up for everything. Remember, 15% off. This is part of the June bundle. This mandala, along with like 6 or 7 other mandalas. That's from the Twinkle Farts design shop. And there's 80 designs, 9 fonts, and 15 off June will get you 15% off the June bundle. Okay, the set itself is like $8.99, so you can get it for $16.99 right now, okay? All right, so go grab that, and I will throw links up to get the 641, to get the transfer tape, to get the bundle. I'll put the bundle code up there, and if you have any questions about layering this way, I will go through and answer those as well. All right, guys, have a fabulous afternoon. I will see you soon.